If you're thinking about moving to Weber County, Utah in 2026, there are 3 things that will either make you feel like you've upgraded your entire life or quietly question your decision within the first year. And almost nobody talks about them, honestly, before people move here. So today, I actually am. If you're relocating from Arizona, California, Nevada, Texas, or anywhere warmer and Weber County is on your radar, this is going to give you lots of clarity. I'm not here to sell you a postcard version of Utah. I actually live here. I work here. I help families relocate here every single week. I see exactly what surprises them. I see what excites them. And I see exactly what catches them off guard the most. And Weber County in 2026 is not the same Weber County it was 5 or 10 years ago. Prices have changed dramatically. Inventory has tightened. Traffic has grown. The economy has expanded. And expectations matter now more than ever. So today, I'm giving you the real pros and the real cons of living in Weber County in 2026. Not the watered down Instagram version, the real version. And make sure you stay until the end, because one of the biggest cons is actually the reason property values here continue to stay strong long term. Let's start with what draws most people here in the first place, the mountains. My personal favorite. When people visit Weber County for the first time, they almost always say the exact same thing. I didn't expect the mountains to be right there. The Wasatch Mountains are not something you drive to. They're right here, right in our backyard. If you live in North Ogden, Pleasant View, Huntsville, even parts of South Ogden, you wake up and you see them right out your window. You can finish work at 5 o'clock and be on a hiking trail by 5:20. Snowbasin ski resort is roughly 20 to 25 minutes from most of Ogden. Pineview Reservoir, 15 to 20 minutes. If you mountain bike, trail run, fish, ski, paddleboard, this place feels like you've unlocked a different lifestyle tier. Now let's compare that to Phoenix. In Phoenix, outdoor recreation usually requires planning, drive time, heat considerations, big crowds. Here, it becomes part of your weekly routine. And I've had remote workers relocate here from California who tell me something interesting. They always say, I didn't realize how stressed I was until I moved somewhere like this, because your environment affects you. Now here's the flip side. The same mountains that create this beautiful lifestyle in snow, this is a major adjustment. Weber County typically sees somewhere between 30 and 50 inches of snow annually, depending on your elevation. December through February, you'll experience snowstorms, freezing mornings, and shorter daylight hours. The first snowfall feels magical. The mountains look unreal. Your neighborhood looks like a Christmas Hallmark movie. But by late January, you're waking up an extra 5 minutes early to warm up your car. You're shoveling your driveway. You're learning how to drive on icy roads. Now for some people, that seasonal shift is refreshing. They love having 4 distinct seasons. For others, especially lifelong warm weather residents, winter becomes the hardest part of the transition. And this is where housing decisions matter most. South-facing driveways always melt faster. Shorter driveways means less shoveling. Newer homes with better insulation feel dramatically different in winter compared to older properties. These are the details relocation buyers don't always consider up front. Now let's talk about one of the biggest reasons people from California start actually looking here: money. As of 2026, the median home price in Weber County hovers over around $500,000, give or take, depending on the neighborhood and inventory. Now let's compare that. Orange County, California, around $950,000 or more for the median. San Diego, California, $850,000 plus. Even Phoenix Metro often sits higher than Weber County, depending on the area. In Weber County, around $500,000 can often get you around 2,000 to 2,800 square feet, a 3 to 4 bedroom home with 2 baths, a 2 or 3 car garage, a yard, and sometimes a mountain view. In Southern California, that same budget might get you a 1,200 square foot condo with high HOA fees. Property taxes in Weber County typically land around 0.6 to 0.7% effective rate. California often exceeds 1%, sometimes more, depending on bonds and assessments. And insurance costs in Arizona have been rising due to extreme heat and storm-related claims. I regularly work with clients who sell in California and either pay cash here or cut their mortgage in half. That kind of financial reset changes your entire life. But let's ground this. Utah is not cheap. Secret, it once was. In 2015, Weber County median home prices were roughly $230,000. Since 2020, appreciation has been significant. Inventory in 2026 still tends to sit around 1.5 to 2.5 months of supply, depending on season. A balanced market is closer to 6 months. Homes under $450,000 can still be very competitive. Desirable areas like North Ogden, Huntsville, Pleasant View, they move quick. So while Weber County may feel more affordable compared to California, it's definitely not cheap. It is very competitive in the right price ranges. Now let's talk about long-term stability. Weber County benefits from strong economic anchors. Hill Air Force Base is a major employer. The aerospace and defense sector is strong here. There's spillover growth from the Salt Lake Tech corridor. Healthcare and medical sectors are expanding. Population continues trending upward. Geographically, the mountains limit unlimited outward expansion. When supply is naturally constrained and demand increases, that tends to support long-term value and stability. Now, I never promise appreciation, but the fundamentals here are solid. However, growth always creates trade-offs. Traffic is not what it was 15 years ago. Driving from Ogden to Salt Lake City can take 35 to 50 minutes, depending on the time of the day. I-15 during peak hours is noticeably busier than it used to be. It's not Los Angeles gridlock, but it's definitely not rural quiet either. For someone relocating from Phoenix, it usually feels manageable. For someone who grew up here, it feels crowded and annoying. Perspective matters. Now let's talk about something families consistently bring up: safety and community. Weber County consistently ranks below national averages in many violent crime categories. Neighborhoods often have real community engagement, block parties, local events, active school participation. I've had clients tell me they finally feel comfortable letting their kids play outside again. That sense of safety and predictability is powerful, but culture is part of the full picture. Utah has a strong LDS presence that influences family dynamics, community events, and social circles. For many relocating families, that feels structured and welcoming. For others coming from highly diverse coastal cities, it can feel like a major adjustment. It's not about good or bad. It's all about expectations. Now let's talk about something people don't research enough: air quality. During certain winter weeks, temperature inversions can trap air in the valley. It doesn't happen all winter, but it does definitely happen. If you have respiratory sensitivity, it's something to understand ahead of time. The majority of the year, air quality is clean and crisp, but transparency matters. Now let's shift back to the positives. Weber County gives you 4 real seasons. Fall colors are stunning and phenomenal. Spring is vibrant. Summers are warm, but not desert scorching. Winters are snowy and scenic. Many Arizona buyers tell me they didn't realize how much they missed the seasons. Now, lifestyle. If you're outdoorsy, this place is hard to beat. Skiing, boating, fishing, mountain biking, camping, ATV trails. If nightlife is your top priority though, Ogden is growing, but it's not Scottsdale, and it's definitely not Los Angeles. Salt Lake City offers more of that energy. Weber County is a lot more quieter, and that's either a pro or a con, depending on exactly who you are. For remote workers, this place is ideal. You'll finish a Zoom call, walk outside, and see mountains right there. You have yard space, less noise, less congestion. That lifestyle shift is huge, but it's definitely car dependent. Public transportation exists, but most people drive, and entry-level price points can still be very competitive. Now let's bring this full circle. The things that frustrate some people about Weber County are the exact reasons others move here. Snow, slower pace, family-centered culture, less nightlife. Those are trade-offs. In exchange, you get safety, outdoor access, financial breathing room, community stability. So who thrives here? Families, remote workers, outdoor enthusiasts, military transfers, equity relocators from higher priced states. Who struggles here? People who hate winter, people who need big city stimulation daily, people who prioritize nightlife over nature. Now, if you're seriously considering moving to Weber County in 2026, especially from Arizona or California, don't make that decision based solely on internet research. Every neighborhood feels different. Elevation changes winter impact. School boundaries affect resale. Commute routes matter. I've helped dozens of families relocate here successfully. And I'll tell you, honestly, whether this fits your goals, even if that means recommending a different area, call me, text me, email me. And if you want my updated 2026 Weber County relocation guide, comment Utah below and I'll personally send it to you. No pressure, just real guidance. We've covered the pros, we've covered the cons, we've covered the real numbers, real trade-offs, real expectations. Living in Weber County isn't perfect, but for the right person, it can feel like a major lifestyle upgrade. If this video helped you, please subscribe. I post weekly relocation breakdowns, housing updates, and neighborhood tours so you can make confident decisions. I'll see you in the next video.